So you bought an Underglow and you're gonna install it, but you have aftermarket parts where you wanna stick your Underglow into, right? Can they be glued into it? I mean, you would use some 3M tape, but what if it doesn't stick? If you want to watch this content, stick around because I'm going to talk about how you can install Underglow without the need of the 3M tape and using something different for you to make it stick. Aftermarket parts can be very slick, and therefore you're not going to be able to adhere any stickers, vinyl, in our case, any Underglow 3M strips. Now, Underglow comes usually with 3M tape, where you just peel the back part and you install it, and somewhat should stay, right? I personally don't like drilling into my cars because it ends up having holes, and in the future if you want to remove it, it just does not look right, in my opinion. So what was the alternative? The alternative was to use something such as glue or add some adhesive that will keep it in place. But don't worry, I'm gonna show you what you can use to adhere your Underglow into any aftermarket parts. In my case, I had already done this Underglow install. So the aftermarket part, which in my case was the front lip for the 13 BRZ, already had some silicone. Since I already had bumped into this, I did not create a video on it because I didn't think it was relevant at the time. But now that I'm doing it again, I think it is very relevant and it will help a lot of people out there. The aftermarket part is very slick and nothing adheres to it. I guess it has to do with something to do with the polyurethane mixture that they use. I had trouble adding the 3M tape from the Underglow strip directly into the actual strip, that I had to find a different solution on how to adhere it. Big shout out to my Underglow dealers who introduced me to the RTV Silicone, which I'm gonna post down below on the comments, link for Amazon where I usually get it, but it was gonna take too long for me, so I decided to just run to the Home Depot, and I ended up getting a solution that was nearby, and it worked just as fine. But I have more faith on the other one since I used it, and I went about 8 months without having an issue, and it was still on the lip. I had to remove it, which is great. I don't know if this is going to be the same result, so I'm not gonna give you good feedback about this one nor the name because I don't know the results yet. But I will post in the link down below where like the actual product I used before that has worked really well. For you to install these Underglow strip or anything basically that you want to add into your car using this material, you're gonna need to do a bunch of things. You're gonna first need to clean up the car thoroughly and make sure that you have no residue whatsoever of anything. In my case was the silicone from previous strips. So I was able to clean it and make sure there was nothing in it, and it ended up being super nice, and therefore I was able to reinstall with the silicone. The products I used to do this, which most likely if you're installing Underglow you'll need, will be some clamps. I will post also in the description the clamps where I got them from Amazon, and you'll be able to use the same ones. I had an assortment of sizes, and they worked really well because I was able to curve the Underglow strip to the shape of the lip, and I was able to hold it in place with these clamps. We're gonna need the RTV silicone. We're gonna need alcohol, and we're gonna need some microfiber cloths to clean up the lip and make sure that it is not dirty or it has any other residue of anything else so they can adhere. My Underglow originally did not want to stick, as I mentioned before, and that was because of the material, the polyurethane lip was, or the way that it is. I don't know why, but I was able to use this product and it adhered really nice. Like I said, I had it for 8 months and I was able to have it without any issues, without falling. The Underglow ended up failing on me, and that's why I had to replace it, but that was not related to the sticking of it. It was more of I had hit it multiple times on the road since my car is low, and when in and out of places I always will scrape the cable, and the cable ended up getting broken. So once you install this, you're gonna go around your designated location that you want to install the strip, and you're gonna drop a line of silicone. just thoroughly, very clean. Just draw a line and keep dropping a line of silicone on the designated path that you want to install the strip, and then when you are about to install, I would peel the back strip of the 3M tape little by little and make sure you place the strip. You use a clamp, you clamp it as you're going, and this will make sure that when you're getting to the end or the curvatures where you're making the underglow strip go round, is not going to remove the beginning of the strip. So it's very important that you use a clamp while you're going, so you already clamped the previous path that you have done, and then when you come to the roundabout, then you just keep on putting clamps, and ultimately you get to the end of the path and then you leave the clamps there. Now it's very important that you leave the clamps there for at least, I want to say 4 hours, because that's how long it starts to cure. I left it a whole 12 hours. I went to bed and I woke up the next morning. I removed them just to make sure that I didn't put too much pressure on the strips, which shouldn't be an issue because the strips have a thicker layer of silicone that would allow you to put pressure on them as well. And then the end result was a very, very thorough underglow strip glued into the lip that will probably end up staying there until it breaks, I hit it again on a pothole, or I decide to upgrade to a brighter level. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and reach out if you need help with anything. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.